So it's been a while, but I'm back now. I've recovered from COVID, and I decided after posting a bunch of videos the other day, right before 3.1 went live, now I'm back to all caught up, I think, in a lot of things. I still have other personal things to deal with, but I'm caught up in, certain ththings, and so I'm able to now come back to streaming. So yes, I just want to kind of come back on here and, do another, daily routine chat kind of stream and see how things are going with everybody. If anyone wants to chat, this was not scheduled, of course. I just wanted to do it. So yeah, if anyone wants to join me, feel free. I am just going to um, quickly post up my thumbnail, and I will also open up a chat window afterward, but I need to do this part first. So then before we can get started. So right now, I mean, obviously it's just me, so I don't think it's a big deal right now. Perfect. Okay. So hopefully everyone's enjoying 3.1. I haven't started anything yet, but I do promise to catch up with the Archon quest and some of the world quests. I don't know if I can do all of them because there's a lot from before that I didn't do yet. So yeah. And then let's just get started. I'm going to quickly open up a chat window now. Hi Isla, welcome. You're here already. Wow. I'm good, thank you. I recovered from COVID, so I'm happy. It was quite an ordeal. I think it was like 2 weeks of being sick. It was not cool. There was definitely a few days in there that was really severe. Um, and then, yeah, thank God that nothing major happened. Did not need to go to the hospital. Did not need any other kinds of treatment. Just thank God that we did do the 3 vaccinations that was available to us, and that obviously helped um, minimize, I think, the damage, hopefully. Yeah. How are you? I know that you, last time we talked, you had an injury. Hopefully you're recovered now. But yeah, and then I'm gonna just, as you know, I'm just gonna chat with you guys and girls, whoever joins, and just really just do stuff in the background. So not anything story related, of course. Have you started exploring Sumeru or the desert yet? I don't know if you were able to get everything done for 3.0 before it ended. Your hand healed, but we'll have a scar later? Okay, well the scar might hopefully minimize over time. Don't worry, we all have scars, we're all adults. It's just bound to happen eventually, right? Oh, I'm actually gonna post this chat quickly, this link, I mean, this YouTube video link into the Discord as well. I might as well do that. My controller's drifting, that's why she's walking towards the screen on her own, but it is what it is. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna quickly post this. Okay, there we go, and then posted. Perfect. Okay, so just posted the link in the Discord in case anyone wants to join. I mean, this was not scheduled or anything. I don't schedule them anyway, so, yeah. You got COVID 2 times. You gotta say not pleasure to have it, but not dangerous if we're healthy. Yeah, I agree. It's not so bad, but it's definitely horrible. But yes, thank God we had the vaccinations. And yes, it just felt like a really nasty cold, almost like a flu, but it wasn't like a flu yet for me. I didn't have a fever, so that was good, I guess. But my body had like, I experienced this like, hot flashes and cold flashes. So I would sometimes wake up in my bed and I'd be sweating, like my whole body would be sweating. I think that's normal because I think your body's just trying to kill the bacteria and the virus, right? And then, but it's not a fever though, but it's just my whole body was like soaking wet a few times. I would wake up and then have to like wipe off and change or something. Um, yeah, so uh, and then there would be cold moments too, where I would feel like I was really cold and I would have to like, I almost had to like wear socks and stuff. I was like wearing a sweater, even though it was kind of still like, it's still hot here, warm. So, yeah. And then like I had to close the windows, even though it was hot outside, because it felt it cold for me personally. It was just really weird. So, yeah, it definitely sucks. It's never fun to be sick in any way, of course. So, yeah. That was my first time getting the COVID, so now I know what it's like. And I had hoped that I wouldn't catch it ever, but I guess that's not possible in this day and age. I think eventually everyone's gonna catch it at least once or twice, just like a cold or a flu. At least now it's manageable in the world, and that's why borders are opening back up and stuff like that. So yeah. I think I did them on Saturday, so you can go to Inazuma. I'm just buying out the fodder items. So, did I taste anything? I don't have to, you don't taste anything the first time? Okay. So when you lose your taste, it's the Delta variant, is what people say. And then that was the strong one. That one is actually a really strong one that actually ends up killing a lot of people. And then I think it mutated and turned into the Omicron one. And then, yeah, so I was able to taste. So I think I had Omicron. And then of course now there's the new one, the bivalent Omicron or whatever it's called. Yeah. Anyway, and then like but there was a period where I lost my appetite and I didn't lose my taste, but I lost like interest in eating a lot of things, but I could still taste them. But yeah, it wasn't like tasty though, of course, because when you're sick, right? I did lose weight, not intentionally. I'm not happy about that because obviously I was trying to, like in my life, I'm trying to gain muscle and everything like that, so it's not good. But anyway, it is what it is. Like being sick just sucks. So yeah, and then now I think the newer vaccinations for round four should be able to take care of, or some of them will be able to take care of the newer variations of COVID, I think, or maybe round five will be. I don't know, depending on where it's at, right? So that's what I heard. Yeah. Eating chocolate is like eating dirt. Oh, okay. Yeah, so one thing that I made sure to do was to test my taste buds to make sure that I could taste. So I was eating like in the beginning I was eating like some basic stuff like that, like soup and stuff like that, right? And it was like I could taste it, but it wasn't like anything major. And then I'm like, well, I also wanted some vitamin C because I treated it like kind of like a cold as well. So I went and bought normally because I had a sore throat. So I went and whenever I have a cold, I go and buy like grapefruit juice, the pink one, and the sour one, the non-sweetened one. And then I would just drink it. And then yeah, so it was sour and it burned my throat. But then like I could taste it, so I know I could taste. So yeah. Yeah, and then like here, there's no if we don't need to be hospitalized, there is no actual like medicine that we have to take, no like prescription medicine. So here we just the generally everyone just takes like over the counter like cold and flu medicines. So that's what I was taking, just stuff that you can just buy at the drugstore. So luckily I always make sure that I have some of those over-the-counter stuff at home already. And then, yeah, the coughing is the worst. I think that's the worst in any cold or flu as well. The coughing doesn't go away until like another week later, right? So thank God now, as I'm doing this stream, my coughing has ended. It ended like I think yesterday or the day before. So I'm very happy. Like occasionally I might still cough, but But it's much better than before. Because before I would wake up coughing as well, as well as sweating, and then I couldn't sleep, and then it just makes it feel even worse. You know? Yeah. Yeah. So. So were you able to get all your 3.0 gameplay stuff done? I know you don't do all the exploration, and I know that you just do the events, right? So hopefully you did the events and collected all the resources. Although I know you also spend money in the game, so maybe you don't care about the events, free resources. But you know, it's important to get them if you can. Yeah. 3.0 had so many events, and yeah, I was like, because I was also sick, obviously near the end of it. So then I was like worried that I couldn't do them all, but at least I was able to get them all done. So that was good. But then well, I don't know. I did a polling video yesterday when 3.1 went live, and I didn't get him. I only got Candace, so whatever. Nothing I can do about that. Your friend from China back to her country a year ago, but you can't contact her since July. Oh no, hopefully she's okay. Um, I know in China they use WeChat, so hopefully you use that too. Hopefully she's okay. Maybe she changed her phone number? Because even if they're locked down, they obviously still have their phone, right? I know that some cities in China are still locking down now, um, but most of them are not anymore. But occasionally, I think that happens. But I think they reduced their lockdown period as well. And many countries and cities are opening the borders again. So, because my friend went to Japan recently for a business trip, and then Japan announced that they're opening their borders, like slowly, gradually. I wanted to go to, but at the time of the trip being booked, only people with a business visa or a student visa could enter. Normally, Canadians, we don't need a visa to enter Japan, but in that period, you needed it. So I don't have either. Obviously, I don't have a business reason to go there. So, yeah, so he's there right now. I did tell him to, because I know Genshin is doing lots of collaborations. I asked him to look for some Genshin products for me. So maybe he'll come back with something. I don't know. I don't really care if he gets it or not. It's not a big deal, but yeah. Like I just mean like cheap stuff, like a cookie or chocolates or like tea or something, like snacks or something, you know, not like action figures. No, I don't care for that. Like, you know, just for the packaging. Because I know there's one with like, is it Hu Tao and I forget which other character, but like they're on a cookie and a tea package in Japan, and I think it's in China too, or Asia basically. It might be. Let me see. I'm just curious. What was it? I was just looking at that because I sent him pictures of that product. Oh, it was Hu Tao and Yoimiya. Yeah. He'll bring back me natto. It's fine. I've eaten natto in Japan before. I know what it is. I know what it tastes like. I go to Japan so often before, so I'm jealous that I don't get to go this time. Um, yeah, I used to always go. I used to go like at least once a year in the beginning, and then I switched it to twice a year, and then and some years, if I can make it, I can go 3 times a year. So, yeah. But that's in the past already. But I hope to be able to do that again in the future. and then like I had to take a break from applying for work. Obviously, I'm still looking. So now I have to. I'm kind of obviously I've been looking for a few months now, but I have to kind of reconsider my options. Is what I'm thinking right now. So maybe I'm gonna have to change, like, not the industry or field, but maybe change some things I'm looking for, or maybe even like I'm looking more for like mostly work from home jobs. So maybe there's that too. And then I need to expand my search. So maybe now I'm gonna look for work from other cities, if it can be work other Canadian cities or American, if I can work from home to do them. So right now I've only been looking at in my city. But I think I need to expand my search now. So I think that's what it is. Because I also have a few friends that recently got jobs from because we don't have state, like the US has United States, we have provinces which are bigger, right? And so we have provinces, so they got jobs in the province next to my province. So um, yeah, and then they're considering if they want to move there because it is cheaper in that province. They have lower taxes. That province is very American though, so I don't know. But anyway, yeah, anyway. So, like that province has like cowboys and all that stuff. So, um, yeah, I don't know. Like that province traditionally, is one of like they have good jobs. So I'm leaning towards maybe trying to get a job in that province too. But I'm hoping that I can get it a remote job. I can work from home with it instead, but like work for a company from that province instead. So, yeah. Maybe that's the thing. And then right now that province is spending a lot of money marketing to our city and to like so our city is Vancouver, and then the other city is Toronto on the other side of our country, and we're the two biggest cities in Canada, and obviously we have the most expensive like standard of living and everything like that here. So anyway, like so that province is marketing that, people can get a cheaper standard of living if people move there and more job opportunities and make more money and save taxes and all this stuff. And then if you want to buy a home, it's cheaper there. It's only one third the price. So like houses in my city and in Toronto are like 2 million and up. Yeah, for a house, like I mean, for a basic house, it could be maybe a little bit under 2 million, but yeah. And then like a condo, it's going to be for sure going to be like above 1 million. And yeah, that city or that province is offering them for like 500,000 or 600,000, or 800,000 for like a nice house. So that's way cheaper. So some of my friends are considering, and some people even before were considering to buy like properties in those in that province, in those cities, and then like rent them out. But then the rent isn't going to be as high as in our city, of course. So yeah, renting is really tough now, I think. Many people have to pay a lot, and or some people have to compete with each other just to get a rental, because people can't afford to buy anymore. So it's just really bad. Cowboy, Texas? No, so that province, so my province is called British Columbia. It's BC for short. And the province next to us is called Alberta. And traditionally, they've always had major ties with the US more than other provinces in our country. And they kept the American style, so they do have cowboys there. Like they also have Alberta is where we have lots of our cattle farm, like our beef farm. So that's where our Canadian like grade A beef comes from and all that stuff too. And Alberta is also famous for the oil sands. It's basically like what it is. It's basically the soft sandy area that has oil underneath that they dig up the oil and then they sell it. So because Canada is one of the countries that you know has resources. Like we have oil, we have clean water that we sell to the U.S. and to other countries, and we have diamonds in the north, like in the snowy areas. So yeah, so that's what we. Those are some of our resources that we sell, and we have lots of trees and lumber that we sell. I think we sell lots of lumber to like China and Asia as well for building houses and buildings because yeah, the wood is different, right? Yeah, so stuff like that. Yeah, so Alberta is traditionally one of the richer, well, it's one of the richer provinces, but our province is also rich, and obviously the province that Toronto is in, which is called Ontario, is also rich. So, yeah, those are the rich provinces, and then the other provinces are more like average, let's say. Yeah. Yeah, you have to close down your cafe shop back in 2021. Even that time, COVID has been gone for good. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's tough for sure. I mean, like, I don't know if in Vietnam right now, like, you guys are experiencing high inflation and like low supply of like goods and products. And high pricing, like we have that right now. So people are really upset and pissed off. And also, because we have to follow, because Canada follows US for a lot of things, and US keeps raising their interest rate, their bank interest rate, and then Canada follows, and so we follow, and then every time they raise the interest rate, obviously things become more expensive then, and it's just, I mean, they're doing it because they have to control inflation, but it's like so many factors, right? Because the more you raise it, the more prices go up as well for everything. So it's both ways. I don't know. Like, yeah. So I'm very grateful that I own my house or my apartment. It's a condo. So a condo would be, because I know in different places they call them different things, but like a apartment would be more of a basic apartment, let's say. A condo is more like a premium apartment, let's call it. Yeah, yeah. So I'm glad that I own it because then I don't have to be renting because renting is just really crazy right now. Um, yeah. And then the other apartment that I own, that one's more of a basic apartment. That other one that I own, I rented it out. And then recently one of my tenant moved out and then I had to rent it again to another tenant. Luckily I found one for September. Not own, but I hire a rental management company to help me deal with it so I don't have to deal with it. But yeah, like I'm renting it for $2,200 a month and that's considered kind of low already. Um, like it's okay. It's definitely not horrible. I'm not upset about that price, but it could be more. But it's okay because I also understand that it's hard to find good tenants as well. So it's like yeah, because I think the higher side I could probably have gotten maybe like 2,400. It's a one bedroom and it's really small. It's like 500 something square feet. It's not that big. So, but I mean it's decent. It's well maintained. So yeah. And then like two bedrooms would be renting for $3,500 now, close to, or above 3,000 for sure. Yeah. So if I was to rent out the one that I live in right now, I could get like close to 3,500 for it. Um, so yeah. Condo, yeah. So condo is short for condominium. And so a condo is like a premium apartment. So an apartment is like an apartment. Like I don't know how else to explain it, but like an apartment is like because depending on how and then there's different I guess you can say different styles. So there like here we use different terms. Like there's something called low rise, like a low rise building, like which means it's like only a few floors high, like maybe 4 or 5 floors maximum, maybe 3 floors only. Those are low rise buildings. So those are always called apartments because those are never going to be like premium because those are usually older and like yeah. And then the newer ones that are high-rise buildings, which is where I'm in. I'm in a high-rise building. My building has 45 floors, which is not that high. But yeah, I live on the 27th, so I'm in the middle, and it's okay. It's nice. And then it's a condo because it's premium because some like of those low-rise and older apartments, the basic ones, the laundry area you have to go downstairs and share with other people in the building. Like you have to use, and you have to pay to use the laundry machine, for example. Because my friend used to live in some of the low-rise apartments nearby. But yeah, in a condo and just like a house here, all the appliances are included for you, and you have the space for it. So I have obviously my own washer and drying machine. It has its own room in my apartment here, right? And then mine's a two-bedroom and two-bathroom. Um, yeah, and then obviously I have a kitchen, I have a dining area, and I have a living area, and then yeah, so my master bedroom, I have my own washroom. Of course, I have my walk-in closet and all that stuff. So yeah, and then we have a nice patio as well, a nice area outside. So a condo is usually nicer than a apartment, and worth more money. Yeah. And I know in Japan they use this other term. Japan they use apato, so apato means apartment, and then they use mansion, which actually is just it sounds like English, right? Mansion, and that actually is the difference. So apato is like a low rise apartment, like what I just said, and then a mansion is a high rise condo, a premium apartment. Yeah. And then I know like in the UK they use I think they just use the word flat, and I think in Hong Kong they use the word flat as well. They don't use condo or apartment, they just call them flats because it's British. That's the way that they use that word. Yeah. You don't understand in the West why you have to go to the laundry shop when you can have it at home. Is that a cultural thing or something behind? Oh, so I have never, in all my whole life living here, born here, I've never gone to a laundry shop here. That doesn't exist here in Canada. Everyone has their own laundry machine and their own drying machine. So when we were young, we lived in an older house, my family and I, and we did not have a drying machine, but we did have a washing machine. And yeah, we never and the law here is when you I know in Asia it's different. I know in Hong Kong because I've lived in Hong Kong before too, and in Japan it's very different. Even if you rent, you have to bring your own appliances or buy your own appliances, right? I get that, but in Canada, or at least in my city or many of the cities here, the law states that when you buy the property, it has to come with the basic appliances in there already. So you cannot take like when you move out, you can't take them with you. You have to leave them in the apartment because if you take them with you, you still have to replace them. Yeah, or the house too. So I've never experienced that where I had to go to the laundromat. But I think that you're thinking about the U.S. because I think in the U.S. some cities they do have a laundromat situation where you have to bring your laundry to like a laundry like place. And then like I said, similarly, some low-rise apartments here, they have a laundry like floor or like a section of a floor where they have laundry machines there for you to use. Because my friend lived in one, like several of the low rises nearby, and like yeah, he said some of them like you have to buy like a laundry card and load money on it, and then some of them they actually are very old style. You just put coins into the machine and then like use it, and then yeah. So I've never experienced that. Yeah, so I've never lived in a low-rise apartment. I've only lived in houses, and now I'm living in a condo because I don't like. Well, I'm living like pretty much by myself, so I don't really need like a house, right? Like I don't want to maintain like a because if you have a house, you have to maintain the roof. Because our city rains a lot, so the roof you have to replace every 8 to 10 years. It's expensive. And then also we have lots of trees, so you have to like clear the gutter, the part above like near the roof, where you have to like dig out all the leaves and the branches that fall there. Otherwise, it clogs where the water drains out from, and then it could flood into your walls. Yeah, so there's all this and your windows. Yeah, so there's all this crap that you have to deal with, and then you have to mow the lawn, and you have to shovel the snow. Like there's so much things to deal with if you have a house. So that's why I didn't want that. Yeah. But yeah, like I think in some like I think you're thinking about like on TV or like in certain cities in the US, they would bring their laundry to a laundromat, especially if they live in a apartment that's a basic apartment that does not include it's not a condo then. It would not include the appliances for them, you know? Yeah. So here by law, we have to have when you move into a house or an apartment, it has to have like an oven, a stove, a fridge, and yeah, it does not have to have the laundry and the well, sorry, it has to have a laundry. It doesn't have to have a dryer though. So yeah, and it does not have to have air conditioning here. I think we talked about this before too, because air conditioning is not it's not required here. Although now all the newer buildings have it. My building does not when I bought it. But now all the newer condos that have been built and high rises include air conditioning. So that's why I was looking earlier this year before I lost my job. I was looking to buy a new one. Like mine is new too. I bought it in 2014, but it was a pre-sale, which means it wasn't built yet, pre-construction. And then so it was cheaper then. And then like when I took like possession, I moved in at the end of 2018. So I've lived here for almost over 3 years because at the end of 2018 I moved in December. So like yeah, also almost 4 years, I guess, right? Or three plus, yeah. Anyway, and then like so I was like thinking like, oh, I want to upgrade and buy like a new one that has like air conditioning. Of course, I can buy I have a portable air conditioning unit here, and it was only hot for like 4 weeks here. Like it's like, how the weather works here is in the summer, it's hot for every month in the summer, it's hot for 1 week. So like June it was hot for 1 week, July was hot for 1 week, August was hot for 1 week, and now September is hot for 1 week. Yeah, so then that was that, you know? So like air conditioning wasn't always on, but then like still I would like to have the it to have it in my like built in already. That's what I'm trying to say. Washing your daughter's diaper makes you have PTSD about laundry. Um, yeah, like, well, we use disposable diapers, so it's also wastage, I know, but then like yeah, people just throw them away, right? Um, yeah, I agree. Like, especially like I don't like the idea of like in an apartment, in an older one, where if you have to like share the laundry with other people. Nothing wrong with sharing, because I'm sure everyone's very courteous and nice about it. But the idea is that other people have used it. Like they're used their dirty laundry. You don't know how dirty their laundry is. Of course, the machine is clean afterward, right? But still, that's my own thing too. I don't, yeah. So I'd rather just use my own. Yeah. So I'm very happy with a dryer. Like I said, when we were young, we didn't have a dryer in my old family home. Then of course my family moved and we bought a new house as a family. And then like we built a new house. We bought a piece of land and we just built a house in there. And then like we obviously had a dryer there and it was way better. And then like yeah, I mean yeah, I mean I the thing is though is I'm very old school though. I have a washing machine, a dishwashing machine, and I don't even use it. So I just wash by hand. But then I don't really use that many dishes. So maybe that's why. Because it's a waste to like wash only a few dishes in the washing machine, right? And it's also a waste to like wait like a few days to fill it, right? So that's why. You can't throw it into the washing machine. You have to do it by hand. Luckily, she grows. Oh, I see. Yeah, I can see that. So that's something to yeah to consider. And then obviously as an adult, I just try to buy like when we were younger, like when I used to live with my family, I might be like sometimes you want the fashionable like when you're younger, you care about the fashion and that stupid stuff, right? So then like I would be like, "Oh, I want the fashionable like item." And then my mom and my dad would be like, "Those are dry clean only or whatever it is," right? And then I don't care and then I would buy it, right? And then like yeah, then and now as an adult, you realize it's like that's stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Because dry clean only is expensive too, you know? Yeah, and it's also a hassle. It's annoying to go to a dry cleaner because they're not everywhere, right? You have to go there and then like do it, like drop it off and then come back and pick it up and all this other crap, right? You know? So then like now, of course, thank God fashion has moved forward now and fabrics are better now, right? So like everything should be machine washable, right? You know? Yeah. Hi, Juno. Welcome. We're just chilling, we're just chatting. This is my first stream after coming back, after having COVID. So, just like Genshin is just in the background. We're just chatting, catching up, talking about random stuff. So, how are you doing? Hopefully, you're enjoying 3.1 and hopefully, you're able to get everything done for 3.0 before it ended. Are you polling for any of the characters? Or have you polled already? You just saw the Nahida leak? Yeah, you mean in the Discord? Or you mean like in our Discord that we're using, or from online? The Nahida is so cute. I really need to get her now. She's like going to be my new daughter after Klee and Chi Chi. Nahida is so cute. She stomps on the ground and then like, you know, the dendro stuff appears. Yeah. And then she has a cute little teapot catalyst. Isn't that cute? And then she has this giant like that looks like a dendro palace that is like huge AOE. I don't know what it does though. I don't know if the leaks show if there's any newer leaks that show her attacking enemies yet. I don't know what her actual skills do, but like the animations are cute for now. Yeah. And then like in her idle animation, she has a little dendro swing that she swings on, and then after she stomps on the ground when she attacks her normal, she winks at you. Oh, cute. I don't know, people are wondering like if she's going to be a healer. Obviously she's clearly a support then, right? I don't know like if her AoE like burst is meant to like cast a giant like dendro field so that you can do dendro and or reactions inside of it. I don't know. So yeah.
无处遁逃，听取我的战斗。
固若金汤，
微光无射。
Yeah, she's saying for Nilu, and now you're saying for Nahida. Yeah, I really want all the characters, obviously, but I'm no longer like paying money into the game, as other than Welkin and Battle Pass. That's the only thing right now. I'm just considering dropping the Battle Pass too, but I did buy it for 3.1, so whatever. But yeah, Welkin only moving forward maybe. So because of that, I won't have enough to get every single character that comes out now. So we'll see. Yeah, and I was not lucky. I did not get Sino. I lost the 50-50, so. But I now have a guarantee for Sino or Nilu, and I'm just considering my options now. Yeah. But I think before phase 1 ends, I should still have enough for Sino if I wanted to get him. And I'm kind of leaning towards Sino, not because I like him specifically, but because he's a DPS and he'll be interesting to use. Nilu will be interesting, but the one thing about her kit is that you don't have to use this, but she is apparently better if you team her up with another Hydro character and another Dendro character, or 2 Dendro characters and 1 Hydro character, or something like that. And then I was like, oh, well, that's very limiting, and I don't really like the idea that, because like you don't have to do it that, of course, but that's one of her things. She gets like her bountiful cores or whatever they're called, which replaces the regular dendro cores, and then they're more powerful. And then people are also saying that they can also hurt you, hurt the main our player as well. So then like you would have to bring a healer or bring like a shielder as well to protect her from her own damage, which is dumb that it actually hurts her back. So anyway, I don't know, like I don't know what they're thinking about that in a way that kind of. I was really going to go for like Nahida Nilu originally, and then like after hearing all those kind of leaks talking about that, and then like I was like, I'm not sure now. I'm kind of torn. That's why I still have some time to think and save up some wishes. So we'll see what I want for my guarantee. Layla is like a sleeping beauty. Yes, she is, and Asteroid or Rishav also said that like she's like remind him of some anime hentai character who's like a sleeping succubus. So I don't know. I don't know what that hentai is or anime it is. So, but yeah, like sleepy characters. Yeah, yeah. So that could be interesting. But she'll be a 4-star, and I don't know if you have Candace right now, but Candace is actually a very mediocre character, just like Dory is. Dory is actually worse, but I think people said, I just watched others, because I just got Candace yesterday, and I haven't fully built her yet, because getting her flowers is very hard. Apparently, they're spread out all over the desert. So, and then getting the scarab beetles for Sino is also very hard, because they're also spread out all over the desert. It's just really hard. So, anyway, like, Candace is not that great, I'm gonna be honest. Like, she looks really good, though. But she's not that powerful, and even after you buff her up and stuff like that, she's not going to be good, apparently, is what some of the bigger streamers have reviewed and said, because they got access to the media server, and I'm not big, so I don't have access to the media server. The media server, you get, the big streamers get access to it like 1 week before the launch. So they already can play with the characters before launch, and then they can make content with it, but they're not allowed to release it until launch. So a lot of their footage, they filmed it and tested it out already during that week, and then they released it when it was live. Yeah. Ayla is ready to pull out the wallet for Nilu, Nahida, and Layla. Sino nah. I know. You only like waifus and daughters. I get it. So all good. And I know you don't care so much about like if they have damage or not. You just want to collect the daughters. I know that. So that's fine. Nothing. That's totally fine. Sino, like so I posted some videos about him yesterday, or yeah, before the thing went live, and I was thinking like, oh, maybe we could use Sino like a second Raiden Shogun. That would be interesting. So that's one reason why I'm interested in him, because then you could have two Raiden Shoguns, like one on, especially when you do like Abyss, then you can have like one on each side, right? But technically, I don't think that's his way of like you're not supposed to build him that way. I think, but we'll see. You know. Well, I mean, we can build characters however we want, really, right? You know? I mean, come on. Like, Enviosity, like, built, like, Amber in them to, like, become DPSs, right? You know? So, like, you can build them however you want, really. So, yeah. And then, like, have you guys started exploring like the desert yet? I only went partway off stream earlier today, just because I had like to do the ley lines, and then some of them were in the desert. So like I am partway explored, but not fully. I haven't unlocked all the the waypoints yet. Um, but I was farming the boss for like Candace's materials in order to ascend her. But I think getting the red flower things, the cactus flowers for her, is gonna take forever. So yeah. It already took forever for like getting Tainari and Cole's like flowers and Dory's stuff too. But yeah. You don't know why the new 4 stars is not good? I think they haven't been good for a while. I think the only last good one was Hazo. I talked about that in my review of him too, and I think many other streamers talked about it too. Hazel was the one good one, and then in between, like even before him and after him, all the remaining 4 stars were no good. So that's why I think most streamers now know not to waste, and most players, not just streamers, now know not to waste resources on building them too high. Unless you obviously, if you're a content creator and you want to whale, sure, or if you have the extra time, sure. I don't have the extra time, so I only build them up to like get their like third free acquaint fate, and then I stop building them. And then definitely I stopped using them too. So, but the good thing about 4 stars is you can just give them whatever leftover artifacts you have and whatever like leftover weapons you have that no one else is using. So like my Dory, I did my review of her. I just gave her the bell because she scales off of HP, and that's the only HP claymore, and no one wants it anyway, right? So, and she's the only one that's a claymore user that scales off HP right now. So why not just give it to her, which is what I did. Because it was kind of like leveled up a little bit already before, and then yeah, so I just gave it to her, and then yeah, it's easier. If if 4 stars are good, then who's gonna pull for the five? Exactly. So they made them like really bad on purpose. But then in the early game, remember they made the early game 4 stars really good though. Like Bennett is still really good. Like Sucrose, if people don't have like Venti and Kazuha, like she's still pretty decent, right? You know? And Shangling is still pretty good. Like I still use Shangling in the freaking like Abyss, right? So
天动万象，固若金汤。
And then like Xingqiu is still good, right? From like, yeah, and like obviously Yalan has now power crept him, but you know Xingqiu is still good, right? Like the ones that came way later and I think other streamers did videos about it. I didn't watch that because obviously I know what they're talking about already because we all feel the same. We all
血
know,
收地
right? We've
血，
been playing the game for so long, we know, right? The other four stars are not good, right? You know, a lot of them are not good. Many of them are just gimmick characters now. So that's why even like earlier this year I already started like not really caring about collect. I used to collect them to C6, and now I don't care anymore. I just collect one copy of them. And even then, like if I don't get a copy of them, I wouldn't be disappointed either. But it's nice to have something to play with, so to speak, like something to like level up and
安如磐
you
石，
know use and to make content with. Yeah. But I really want Nahida, so and they did reset the Prime sorry the what the Primo Gem, no, not Primo Gem, the Genesis Crystal packages, right? So Boken Boy, Spear God, Water Boy, and Hot Ass Pirate. Yeah, those original 4 stars. Yeah, exactly. Those are the good ones. You haven't explored the desert yet, so it's the good place. Is the place good? I have only explored the bare minimum. I've only explored like the here. I'll show you on the map here. I've only opened up the. So I went to the 3 Archon statues so that I can open up the whole map. It's huge, as you can see, and I've only unlocked, as you can see, these first group of like waypoints around here, and only up to here because I did them all here. So I can. This is the boss for Candace. So I just yeah. So I just did all these first. As you can see, all the ones over here in the further part of the desert I didn't unlock yet, and I didn't care. So yeah, that's all I did. And even in the regular Sumeru, I haven't even done this world quest yet to unlock this part of the map. I didn't do this waypoint that's under the water yet. There's a puzzle I know. I saw online people talked about it, and I didn't even unlock the puzzle for this domain yet. Like there's a few that I didn't even unlock and didn't really. I'll be honest. Like I've been playing this game obviously pretty close to when it launched. I like about a month after it launched, and I back then I used to do everything like right
血收
away,
地
like
血，
Mondstadt, Liyue, because back then there wasn't as much content, right? Now there's just so much content, and I also because we've been playing it for so long, right? I actually stopped caring so much about the exploration. I know I still like the exploration, but I stopped caring too much about it as much now is my thing. Yeah. It doesn't mean I don't like it. It just means it's just too time consuming. And I realize in a way, like I just want to do like the story quest, like Archon and story and character story and like events. And that's pretty much all I really mostly care about now. Exploration, because it's permanent, it will always be there. But I know for 2.8 for the Summer Islands, that event I followed some guides because there was a lot of
不
tricky
若
like
金
stuff to
丝，
get, and I want to make sure I get it all. So that one I did get everything because 2.8, you know, the islands are here, right? So gotta get them all. Plus I was getting the resources so that I could, you know, use them for 3.0 and beyond.
无处遁逃。
But now I'm out of resources again because I wasted them on final and I did not win the 50-50, right? So I burned all my primo gems there yesterday.
生意丑。
Not even reached 20% Sumeru Forest yet? Desert can wait. Exactly. I agree. Like, I think we're in the same boat. Like, I think real life takes over. I also, after being sick recently with COVID and not really being able to do anything, in a way, you kind of lose your mood to do things as well. Like, I was still logging in daily and just doing the bare minimum, like the commissions, doing the ores, and like feeding the dogs, right? So like that already was enough for me, and in a way, it also like felt like a job. It felt like a chore at this point. So I just felt like I don't know, like yeah, and because I was sick, I wasn't able to do Archon Quest Act 2 yet from 3.0. Thank God it's permanent content, right? So I will get back on that. I will do the Archon Quest. And then I haven't even so because then there's 2 more Archon quests for this patch. Like there's just so many, right? And I just honestly yeah, I need to do all that, like, you know, so and then the Mondstadt like second anniversary festival is gonna start soon. I think it started in Asia already. I saw on Twitter that they posted it already. So it's starting, I think, for me tomorrow probably. So there's like gonna be stuff to do.
如磐石。
And then we're gonna get that free event spear, and people like originally thought that the event spear is gonna be good for Steino or for Candace. Apparently, it's not, because the event spear it's just isn't it just attack percentage and stuff like that? Like it's just very generic, let's say. Um, yeah, it's because Candace scales off HP, so it's not HP, right? And then obviously Sino needs crit rate and stuff like that because he's a DPS, right? So it's not that either. So it's a great free event spear, but then like it's gonna be for another future or other polearm character, basically. But so far, I really am enjoying Sumeru, though. I think that it's really well done. It's definitely huge, and I think in a way, the developers or the company, in a way, I don't know if it's really true, but in a way, they've listened to players' complaints, I think, over the last 2 years, that there's not enough content, or in between of patches, there's not enough to do, or something like that, right, So there's definitely lots to do now, right, ever since 2.8, and even Reshav or Asteroid was saying, like, it's like, oh god, it's like 3 back-to-back patches of jam-packed events right now, like 2.8, like summer event, and then the summer event was really enjoyable. The storyline was good. So I don't know. And then like the storyline here is probably good too, but then like and the Discord he was saying like he really likes the current Archon quest, but this patch they're very dark and twisted or something like that, and he likes it. I haven't gotten that far yet, so I don't know. But yeah. You're gonna go play Roblox? Okay, well thanks for joining, Juno. Enjoy.
安如磐石。
We'll chat again next time then. But yeah. Spirit God Shangling will take all. Yeah, Shangling is awesome. I think the catch is like her best. Yeah. So she's awesome. Definitely. Yeah, Shangling is still relevant to this day. Like after 2 years. And we get a free Collei now for Spiral Abyss, like level floor 4, so that's good. It's an extra constellation. And I'm surprised that for the standard banner, and I talked about this in the other video too, that they did not add Arataki Ito or Albedo to the standard banner, and instead they just only added Tainari, which is shocking to me, to be very honest. It's very shocking. Because there is no Geo character and no Inazuma character in the standard banner still. Maybe in the future there will be another Geo character that they can throw into the standard banner later. Or another Inazuma character that they can throw in. Because they have no Inazuma representative in that standard banner. Every single spear here in game right now can fit her. It's true, yeah, Shangling is amazing. You don't find that she can't use, that's why. She's very good. I agree with you. She can do support, sub DPS, DPS, she can do it all, and everyone loves her Pyronado. It's amazing. Even to this day, it's very useful. And she's still amazing in the Abyss. And there's just so many things to explore in Sumeru, which is amazing as well. But then it's just time
不若
consuming,
惊
right? For those of us, like I mean, you guys have a job, right? And I'm looking for a job, right? And I talked with Rishav and Estorite about it too. I was like just saying like, well, my goal. I don't know what my goal is with terms of streaming and being a content creator. I don't know if I want to do this full time. I'm gonna be honest, right? Because if I wanted to do this full time, I would be like streaming every single day for like many hours, but then I don't think that there's like previously I had said there was not that much content in this game to like stream for that many hours. Like, and when I look at other streamers, like, like they're just doing like random stuff and chatting with people too, right? And that's fine. I love that. But then like at the same time, I don't know that I want to do this every day. There's that too, right? So I don't know. Obviously, if I was to find it, my priority is to find a new full-time job, and then I can have a focus for the daytime, and I will still stream, but at nighttime or on weekends, etc. That's my goal. So, I mean, there's so many games too. It's not just Genshin. There's so many new games that are coming out or have come out already. I still have a major backlog of games on PlayStation, on like Switch, all that, and I haven't even like played them yet. So there's just too much going on, way too much. But it's enjoyable whenever we play, of course, and chat.
风而行，
So that's why I still do it.
该出发了。往返自然。
Everything is the same. Too much is no good. Exactly, yeah. And plus, like, it's not like I'm making a lot of money or anything doing like streams, so that's why it's not like it's sustainable. Obviously, some people say like the more you do, the more you make, but that's not true in my opinion. And like it's only true if you become like maybe big enough where people notice enough. But I also understand, yes, you do have to be consistent too, right? And I'm not very consistent at all. I don't schedule my streams. I don't schedule my content. I don't have a schedule. I just do it when like casually right now, right? Like if I feel like it, right? So. Yeah, I get that. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. And I'm still trying to figure out the whole Twitch thing. So I think previously I had done a few of these chats on Twitch, and obviously there aren't that many people that view me there. Not a lot of people view me here too, but at least there are some, right? So I'm thinking like I will probably only do the chats here now, and then not bother. And then what I did was previously I was doing the stories and stuff on here, right? I'm thinking now I'm gonna do the stories on Twitch, which I tried already recently in 3.0, right? And in 2.8, and I think that has worked okay. So maybe doing the stories there, and then I can upload it back here afterward. So, because everyone's going to play the story on their own anyway, so let's be real, right, So that's why I figured doing it there and then might be a good option. And then also, I did register, starting from 3.0 onward, I did register to be a Twitch Genshin streamer as well, because there's a campaign for it, and then you can get Primo Gems if you just stream for X number of hours. I think you can get the maximum Primo Gems for the basic plan if you just stream for 15 or 12 hours or something like that, right? So, in like the patch or something. So it's not horrible. So I figured if I stream like the stories there, because the stories are longer now, they're like 2 hours per act, I think. Right, if I stream the stories there, then that could give me some rewards, and then I can just repost it here afterwards. That's what I'm leaning towards now. Yeah, so maybe we just have to figure out like the plan, right?
此乃天道。
Hi Janvi, welcome. How are you doing? We're just chatting about any random topic really, and then it can be about the game, it can be about streaming, it can be about real life, etc. I'm just playing Genshin in the background, just the daily routine stuff, and then I'll do some exploration later. Yeah. And this is my first stream in a while. I got COVID recently, so I was away, and then like even before then I was kind of away from. I haven't done one of these streams in a while, but I was doing like still content and other stuff though. Yeah. You're good. And how about you? I'm good too. Thank you. Yeah. So as I mentioned, I just recovered from COVID, so Just wanted to come back, and I obviously missed chatting with people, so that's why I decided to come back. This was not scheduled, so I just came on today. Are you enjoying the 3.1 so far? Were you able to get everything at 3.0? Are you pulling for anyone or saving for anybody?
不下雨也可以降下神雷。看到那棵树了吗？你说你懂了，叫我停手。好吧。
If you play, you will pull. Okay, nice. Are you hoping to get Sino? Or maybe like saving for Nilu later? Or no preference right now?
胜一筹。
But you've started the game, right? Like you already have played the game, or you're considering starting the game. Yeah, in the background here, I'm just, oh, you just open the game and collect rewards. Oh, okay, I see. I getcha. Yeah, I've been doing that while I was sick as well. Just do the basic minimum, and then, like, yeah. So right now I'm just doing my daily routine, etc. Some of the weekly stuff that needs to be done. I haven't fully explored anything in Shimaru yet, to be very honest. Just the bare minimum.
如果发现的话，适当储备些吧。天动万象。
And it's a good time to collect rewards now anyway, because it's the second anniversary, right? So it's pretty good. They've been pretty, I wouldn't say they're super generous, because they could have been more generous, but they've been okay so far. Last year there was all that drama where they were giving very stingy like rewards, and then it pissed off a lot of players. And then they had to like, then come back and then give us more rewards, but I don't know. But at least this year it's not as negative, I guess, so I don't know. But I guess people also are used to them being stingy. See you later, a little busy. Okay, no worries. Enjoy. Thanks for dropping by. We can chat again another time.
财富多多益善。
Yeah, I'm just collecting like ores. Obviously, I make sure to collect the 30 or the required amount to get 30 every day. Because there's a lot of new weapons, obviously, that we need to level up when we get them. I'm trying to make sure I max out my ores. I already fed the dogs and got them companionship already, so we're good there. I did the commissions already as well. And these free, fodder artifacts are always nice to get. It's so stupid too, for Sumeru, ever since they released, they never gave us more map pins, which is so shitty. Normally they give you 50 map pins per country, and they stopped giving us map pins now, which is stupid, so we're stuck at 150. And I'll be honest, they should just give us more. Because even 150 is not enough. And then the other thing, is that like there's always going to be like leftover like treasures and stuff like that, in every region. Even if it says 100%, there could still be other things that you never got, right? And not that I'm trying to be a completionist, but like it would be nice if there was some way to like. I know that there's the interactive whatever and those offline things or online like not in the game, but then like they should like I don't know, somehow like include that into the game for each individual player's like thing, or somehow on the HoloLab something, so that we can track which ones we are missing still, especially if, like, or maybe like Rishav or Asteroid had previously said, if we are 100% an area and there's something else that we didn't get yet, whether it's a puzzle or like chess or anything like that that we haven't done yet, they should like, flag it for us. Because how would we know? We would never know unless you matched it with some guide or something, right? How would we know, right? And then it's been so long, like how would you even know which ones you got already, which ones you didn't get, right? So it's better if they just flag it for us, yeah, because it's so easy to miss stuff. Hi Apu, welcome. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you've been doing well. Isla, still struggle with artifacts. You don't know why, but your Kokomi nearly can crit now accidentally. Well, I mean, Moga a while back said that he proved the point. He's like, just because she has negative 100 crit or whatever it was, doesn't mean that she can't crit. As long as you can like make it go like higher, right? So yeah, it's a point that it can be proven. Oh, did you guys watch the Hoyo Fair and the like the fan concert and the fan art compilation on the Hoyo Lab YouTube channel or on Bilibili or any of the other official channels that they use. I just watched right before this stream. I finished watching the Hoyo Fair 2022. It's pretty good. Like obviously, like it's hit and miss. Some things well, because it's a compilation of some fan stuff, right? So like like obviously everyone did a good job, just so we're clear. But then at the same time, like you would prefer certain ones over others, of course. But there are some good ones in there. And Hoyo Fair, I think, is like people submitted them to Hoyoverse, and then they selected some, and then they strung it together, and then they added like stuff in between, like some animations in between to make it like kind of like a story. Yeah, so that one, yeah. And then the second anniversary fan art contest and the fan concert. I didn't watch those ones yet because there's too much to watch then. Because the Hoyo Fair is like an hour and a half, and then the fan art compilation thing is like an hour and a half as well. And fan art is not just like art; it's also like animation, of course. And then the concert I think is 45 minutes. So I'll watch those on another day. But I'm just curious if anyone else watched any of these. Did you complete the Arcpont quest? I did not. No, not yet. I did not complete Act 2 left over from 3.0 yet, so I will have to do that first in order to get to Act 3 and 4 in this patch. I haven't started any of that yet, but I will now that I'm back. I was off sick. I had COVID for a few weeks, so I'm back now. All you want is HP and ER, but crit goes burr. Yeah, that's true. Apu says you don't watch it. Okay, that's fine. And lots of stuff is even better than the original. It's true. It's true. And we are looking forward to. I don't know if you guys are looking forward to it, but I'm looking forward to the official anime for it that they announced that they're currently in the works to make a real Genshin anime. I don't know how they're gonna. Well, I don't know if they're gonna follow the main story of how we've been doing it already. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. I don't know. Maybe they're gonna do like season 1 is like Mondstadt, season 2 is like Lear, season 3 is like Inazuma. Maybe they'll do it like that. So it'll still be behind what we already have in the game, I would imagine. Or I don't know if it's gonna be that many seasons even. Maybe it's just one season, right? Like kind of like for fan service. 6 + 5 hour quests for me? Oh my god, really? Yeah, they're long, I think, right? Like I remember that even Act 1 of the Arca quest was like long, and then that was because it was also tied in with the Graven Innocence event at the time. So it became extra long, and then the Graven Innocence had a story part to it as well, right? So like and yeah, it's long. I know it's long. So a good point that you brought that up too, Apu. I was just saying earlier that I'm gonna switch it up, or at least commit to a certain way of doing these streams now. So normally I do the Archon Quest and the streams here on the YouTube channel, but I'm leaning now towards doing those on the Twitch channel. Not because I have a lot of people that watch me there. No, of course not. That's the exact reason why I would do it there. Doing it there so that even if not many people will watch, because everyone's going to play their own story in their own game anyway, right? They'll see the same thing. So then there, I would just do it there, and then I can get the Twitch streamer rewards. So I'm thinking that because those are long, right? Because I had to play them anyway, so I might as well get something for doing it, right? That's what I'm thinking now. Yeah. And then here on YouTube, I would just continue doing like these chats with all of you, and of course my regular like other videos as well, like talking about weapons and characters and stuff like that. And I'm glad that they also changed this the Twitch streamer requirements because back then you have to submit like proof that you like streamed. Like this was way back. I don't know which patch they changed it, but like yeah, way back you had to like submit proof and everything like that. And I was like, oh, forget it then. I didn't bother. And then also you have to like only stream like the current patch's content. Otherwise, it doesn't count, right? But they changed it at least. So in the more recent ones, it doesn't matter as long as you're streaming from this game, like anything that you do in the game. Because I think that they probably realize that not all players are like caught up to like the latest content, and then it would be, or not all streamers, right? Even so, then it wouldn't be fair that you're like forcing them that they could only get the rewards if they stream like the most recent content. Yeah. So that's good because I'm behind. I'm just saying it's good because I'm behind.
聚收并蓄。
Because I had planned to like finish off I didn't do Tainari story quest yet either. I had planned to do Tainari story quest and I was already behind. I missed Kazuha's quest from 2.8 and I was gonna do all of that stuff basically a few weeks ago, but I got sick, so couldn't. But that was my plan. So Apu, did you poll for Sino or are you saving for Nilu or Nahida and them? Wait, what am I doing? Isn't it closer that way? Yeah. The R&R quest is so long. Oh yeah, the world quest? Yeah, I am not even near done. I only did enough to open up the northern part of Sumeru map, that hit that one area. That's all I did. I didn't even do like the rest. I feel really shitty about it, but yeah, it is what it is. Cause I know Rishav or Asteroid was also saying that it's really long and he was really pissed about it. Cause he said that like those forest sprites were becoming really annoying. I can see that, yeah. Archon collection? Oh yeah, I think that's what most players like. I totally have to get like Nahida. I just have to. Like, she's just so adorable and cute. Even though I haven't actually encountered her in my storyline yet, because I haven't played that far in the Archon quest, but like just seeing the leaks of her and her animations, so cute. Another daughter to add to my collection. Because Klee is super cute. She always makes me smile. And then Chi Chi is super cute too. Diona and Sayu are less cute, but they're cute too. And then Dory is actually not a child. Like, she has a child's body, yes. But she's actually an adult that's just child size. So, I wouldn't say that Dory is cute. I think that's what they want everyone to do as well, to collect the Archons, because you know, in their newest art, it shows all four Archons like sitting on a picnic, like, right? So like basically that's they already expected it, right? So what I think, and this is just a speculation, I don't know, right? I think that Nahida is gonna be on phase 1 of 3.2, and I think Layla would just be added to phase 2, because they don't need to put them together, because no matter what, Nahida is going to sell. So then in order to attract people to like pull on the reruns, because clearly they only announced one 5-star and one 4-star, right? So the rest are going to be reruns. Then they're going to put the like the new 4-star on the rerun banners instead. So that'll be the other phase. So yeah.
该出发了。
I mean, I think they did something similar before already, so that's how I would estimate that that's what they're going to do. Hope there's a new weekly boss. Well, I think that the leak was that Scaramouche will be renamed the Wanderer. I didn't play the Archon quest yet, so I don't know what happens, right? But I think I saw some people posting videos already about like his story already, in the current one. So I don't know. He doesn't become a world weekly boss here, but maybe he'll become a weekly boss in 3.2, or maybe you know something that I don't from the storyline. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. And then he becomes a playable character, is what people are expecting. And people are saying that he's an animal catalyst user, which is interesting. And the other big upset and disappointment, aside from not adding Albedo or Arataki Ito to the standard banner, because obviously Albedo's getting a rerun instead. The other disappointment is that, wait, I just lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say? Oh shoot, I forgot. I really forgot, literally. Oh, there we go. I remember now. The other disappointment was that Hu Tao is not getting a rerun for Halloween because this patch will end right after Halloween ends on November 1st or something like that, right? Or 2nd. So then, like, I really thought Hu Tao had a really strong chance of rerunning because it's Halloween, obviously, right? You know? And then, like, nope, she's not. So then that's shocking, and many people are upset about that. Yeah. So hopefully she reruns in 3.2. Maybe they'll rerun her in 3.2 because they know people are waiting for her. Many players are waiting for her. And my previous rerun prediction for 3.1 was that it would be Hu Tao and Shenhe because you know how Shenhe has like a ghost as well, and Hu Tao obviously has a ghost too. It'd be perfect to put them both like and they're both Lier characters, right? To put them both like together if there was a Lier event. I didn't know that it was a Monset event for this 3.1 obviously, but you know if they were put together as a Lier event, I thought it was going to be like another like Moon Chase festival or something for the anniversary, right? But it wasn't, of course. That's fine. But then, like, you know, then they would be perfect for Halloween because they both have ghosts. Like, they both control a ghost, right? You know? So it makes sense, right? But no. Shenhe still hasn't gotten a rerun yet. And then, like, they never do them in order anyway, but, like, Shenhe, and then Yaimiko, and then Ayato. Those are the ones that haven't gotten a rerun yet. And that was the order that they were debuted as new characters, so... Hu Tao, who? It's Tao? Hu Tao is on the, on some cookies, and in Asia, I don't know if it's available everywhere in Asia, but, I saw it's with they're collaborating with Genshin, it's collaborating with Lawson, which is a, like, convenience store brand in Japan. So my friend is in Japan, so I said, can you find me the Lawson Genshin Impact cookies and tea? Because Hu Tao and Yoimiya are on the packaging. I just said, just get me a small one. I don't need like a large box. I don't care. I just want to keep the box. What if Hoyoverse plans Chi-Chi banner as she is a ghost? That's true too. But then Chi-Chi is a standard character, right? And you know how they don't normally do standard character banners. And also, people don't really like Chi-Chi. I mean, people like her because she's cute, but people don't like getting her. Like when you poll and you lose 50-50 and you get her, people don't like that, obviously. Also, I don't know if Hoyoverse likes her because, like, people used her image lying flat last year, when they were pissed off at the first year anniversary rewards last year. It was all over the place, like the dead Chi-Chi, saying that the game is dead and that they're going to boycott the game and all that stuff. Like, I don't know that... Hoyoverse, yeah, and then apparently there's rumors, these are all rumors, Hoyoverse is, you know how normally right now we're getting all the standard characters, they're getting costumes, right? So the only two that are standard characters that have not gotten it are Mona and Chi-Chi, right? So apparently, because maybe Hoyoverse doesn't like Chi-Chi because of the negative relationship, or because also players don't really care for Chi-Chi, maybe. So they're not going to give them costumes. The rumor I read or heard was that instead they're going to skip and they're going to try to put popular characters with costumes next time. So I think one of them is Ayaka, Yeah, I don't know how well that the D-Luke costume sold because I didn't buy it, and I know many other streamers were already hesitant. Like some big streamers obviously bought it because they have money, right? But like I'm not big or anything, and I didn't buy it, and I didn't care to. But like yeah, like apparently, yeah. So so apparently maybe they didn't make money with the D-Luke costume. I don't know. So maybe that's why they're trying to now sell it with more like popular characters, and maybe they probably realize that no one's gonna buy it if it's Chi-Chi as well, right? Remember, it's still a company and they're trying to make money after all. The biggest thing I think that they always, you know how they have the sister game Honkai Impact, and they always release costumes that are sexy for those girls because they're all girls, right? Okay, well I don't know, and they even for their summer events they have swimsuits. I don't understand, and their other gacha mobile games always release swimsuits too. I don't understand why they don't release swimsuits for this game. It's just always made me like question like why are they not doing that? Like that's total fan service. People would totally pay for that. Whether they're guys or girls wearing swimsuits, people would buy that. Because other games do that too, not just gacha games, like Tales of Arise, any of the Tales of games, they have swimsuits too. Right? So yeah. So Ayla said Shenhe controls not a ghost, that's her avatar clone, a spirit body or whatever. They say that in the English, but it's technically a ghost. They call it a cryo avatar, but it's actually a ghost. I mean, it looks like her, right? But then it has an amulet on its face. You know, like in Chinese or Asia, like folklore, like you know, the ghosts, like the zombies. Like even Chi Chi has an amulet on her face, right? You know, so like, come on. You have a C6 Gene, a C4 Mona, a C5 Diluc, Kacheng, but not have one Chi-Chi. Well, that's good then. I want a C6 Gene. I have a C5 Gene. I have a C8 Mona. Because I pulled her again for Sino's banner yesterday, and I already had her at C6 like a while ago. Because for some reason, my account, if I lose the 50-50, it goes to Mona. I mean, she's great and all, but I don't use her. So really, getting her to C6 wasn't anything major for me either. But I do use Jean, and I don't even have a Jean at C6. I would like to get Jean at C6, though. And I don't use Diluc, so I don't want any of his constellations. I don't care. Which is why I didn't buy his costume either. I did buy Jean's costume last summer, and I did buy Kaching's costume. However, I regretted Kaching's costume afterward, because that was around the time was it earlier this year, or end of last year, where I was considering like becoming more like low spend. So that was like I think one of the last things I actually paid for. So then I regretted it afterward, but I think it was earlier this year. It was during Lantern, right? Yeah, yeah. Because I don't use Kaching. That's the thing. Like it's okay to like buy them if you use them or if you like the character. Not, I don't hate her, but then I don't use her. And then I'm trying to be like low spend. And as we know, the world is like in a major recession right now, even though the governments won't admit it. And you know, like everyone like luckily I'm financially stable, but then like still like spending money frivolously on games is not something that I want to do anymore. So that's all. Come on, you're not familiar with Chinese culture more than you? Okay. In your country, you get run over by them 1,000 years and we were right next to each other. Okay. Yeah, but then like she has a talisman on her face. So that's why I just call her a ghost because she's not. I mean, they call her a cryo avatar, but like, I mean, she's a ghost. So maybe Hu Tao will come in 3.2 or Shenhe because like as we now know, it's just going to be Nahida and Layla, right? So they're probably going to, if they want to make sales, they're going to try to put some popular character for the rerun. So probably Hu Tao, I would think. Or Eula. Eula is also very popular, and many people are waiting for her too, apparently. I think it would be neat if Genshin, you know how they do all these collabs right now? I don't know if you saw like the news because I was watching the like I like not in the like news, but like reading in the like game related news. Apparently in China they have this collaboration with like I forget which car company it is, but it's a car company like cars. And if you buy the Genshin collaboration cars, I forget who the characters are. I think Beto is one of them. Maybe Kazuha is another one. I don't know. Anyway, if you buy the Genshin um, car from the company, you would get a code for 20,000 Primo Gems and some other in-game stuff and also some real-life merchandise. Like, I don't know if you get like cushions or like, car, like seatbelt holders or covers or whatever that have like Genshin, like stuff on them. So it's interesting. My point is, so they have all these really cool like collaborations in Asia, basically. Um, Obviously they don't come to the West. That's fine. But then like it'd be so much cooler if they could just do like cheaper products. Like you know how I know that in China they're also doing like because I was paying attention to the news because I follow I not only follow the official Genshin Twitter but I follow like those other related Twitters as well. And in the related Twitter, they were showing like fans like to post like collaboration stuff. So then they were showing like there's like a milk tea or bubble tea company or something like that that's selling like bubble tea and also bottled teas with Ayato and Ayaka on the collab as well. And then in the collab like they're obviously wearing modern day clothing like students in Asia. And then I was like that would be so cool if those things ever come here. They will never come here, I know, but it'd be so cool if they came here, and it'd be even cooler if like because Coca-Cola sometimes does promotions where they have like QR codes that you can scan on the can or something like that to try to win a prize or get something or whatever it is online. Yeah, it'd be so much cooler if like you buy like a real physical product in the real world, like say let's just say like a tea or something or a drink or whatever, and then you get a QR code and then you scan it and maybe you can get like Primo Gems or like I don't know Mora or something in the game. That would be so cool, don't you think? Yeah, that's all. That's just my opinion. That doesn't mean anything. Because those cheaper items would be more like popular then, right? And then like if we, yeah, because no one's gonna buy a car. Let's be real. Okay, let me delight you. That talisman is different than Chi-Chi. Shenhe's talisman you see on her avatar to protect the owner and not get hurt if that one get destroyed or stop the avatar gets the own. Okay. Okay, I get. Okay, that's true. You're right. Because Chi-Chi's avatar is like yellow, which is the ones that are like the ones where they're stopping. Yeah, that's true. So then and then like the one that's on her ghost is like blue or ice colored, right? And then so yeah, I guess so. There's different purpose for different talisman. You're right. By the way, this new boss is easy. I think all the new bosses are pretty easy. But whenever they appear in the abyss, they're harder. Obviously, they're like beefier, they're
不要
tankier.
让不射破，听取我的战斗。魔弹显灵，嘿呀！
天理长驱，
光，意识永恒，无处遁逃。
And there's a few achievements to get from killing it too. I got them already on the first try or earlier today. Because I'm trying to collect these things for Candace. But I need to go collect her like cactus flowers. God, yeah. Where is this boss? Oh, it's here, right here. next, like you have to go to this waypoint and then walk down into that pyramid. So I've only explored up to that part because that's where the boss is, because I was farming stuff. So yeah, like then the rest of the remaining ones are really far out, which I guess I can unlock now because like now I'm just waiting for my ores to like my items to forge, and I already did all my commissions for the day.
无人行为，
Yeah, my commissions are done. I fed the dogs. I got those companionships,
此
and
般
I
花落无
got
情， 也不过衬托
the
我
ore. Yeah,
生
yeah.
不
Oh,
一
the
般
other
的
boss,
背景。
if you got Sino, the other boss is actually here. This is Sino's boss for his material. I don't have Sino, so I'm not gonna farm this yet. I have not fought this yet, so I didn't get the achievements for it yet, of course. Oh wait, I do have stuff to do. I have to go and do like one more ley line, to get that battle pass point, and then, yeah, let's just do that then. You need to unlock, yeah, the travel point exactly. She one is to steal her soul back inside the party. Okay, got it. Thank you.
拒收并行，
微光无射，
And then other streamers, they already did their full reviews of Candace because they did, like, obviously they had access to the media server for 1 week before 3.1 went live. They're just not allowed to talk about it or post content until it was live, right? So they posted it now, and I watched their thing about like Candace because they said that she's not worth building, which is very negative. Yeah, they said that she's very weak overall, and they even recommended not even bothering building her talent because you're wasting the materials, which is very interesting that they would say that. Yeah, so then that's interesting. But then basically they just said like don't waste too many materials on her. So I don't know, like I'm gonna build her up to like the fifth ascension, so that I can get the acquaint fate, and I'll leave her because you know 4 stars are usually crappy now anyway, as we know. So yeah. It's something for me to do at least, right? So that's all. That's the only reason I'm doing it. And then I can do like a review of her myself. So right now, as I was using her, like her skill is kind of weak. It is weak overall. It's kind of a gimmick, her little Wonder Woman shield thing. And then like her burst, all it does is just do like one AoE wave of water. And then when you switch, so you notice I switched to different characters because when you switch, you can switch 4 times. Each one of them procs another wave to appear. That's the only thing. And then it infuses like sword, claymore, and polearm into hydro. So it's good or bad depending on if you need it or not. So yeah, that's the only thing that she does.
此乃天道。
暴影看破，
I'm doing this ley line only because I'm farming the fungi things. Not because I need them right now, but I know that future characters are probably going to need the fungi again.
此刻
Actually, I also told myself that I would farm like those Eremites, those bandits in Sumeru as well, because those obviously are going to be needed, and same with those new ruin machines. We're going to need those, right, moving forward too, not just for the current characters. So. Hang on, let's see. Let's go here. Ley lines are done. Bounties are done. Oh, request. Okay, I can do the request then. I didn't unlock it for Sumeru yet, so I'm just gonna finish them for like Inazuma, so whatever. Oh, these, okay. Back to Inazuma then. Where is it? Oh, up here. You need to go for dinner? See ya? Oh, okay. Thanks for joining. Enjoy your dinner. Yeah, we'll chat again next time. It's good to catch up, of course. I'm happy to be back.
你做了错误的选择。
嘿，嘿，
拒收并行。
让我试试刀法。
此为守护之阵。快！
The desert flowers and the scarabs apparently are really hard to find in the desert. You have to like go all around to get them. So I'm not interested fully, to be honest, to like do all that right now. Even with Tainari and Kole, I was just taking my time with it every day, just doing a little bit every day. I didn't bother to like go crazy to collect everything. I might go here and see if there's any of those artifacts to collect. I think I got them earlier today, so maybe there's none that have respawned yet, which is fine. See, I do use map pins for certain things, so I would appreciate it if they gave us more map pins, but they have chosen not to give us any. So there's no artifacts to get, so that's fine. Oh, that one's healing it, that's why. And then it reset back to the one that was there, that's fine, I don't need it. And the last one, oh, the eggs, okay. Perfect. So that's good. That's done. And then, like, I mean, if I wanted to, I can go and kill the boss one more time. There's actually no rush because I don't have the desert flowers for her anyway. I wonder, can Tainari... I think Tainari can find me desert flowers, maybe? So maybe I'll add him to the party. We don't need her in the party, actually. Okay, well, there's something here. Is it below? The desert is just so vast. Fight Raiden Puppet? I don't need to. I already beat her already. Ooh, what's this? Oh, there's something like a barrier? Interesting. I already beat her earlier, like yesterday, and so I don't need to. There's a chest there. I haven't fully explored anything, so... Oh, well, that's nice. Oh wow, I didn't notice there was like a structure below here too. I didn't fully explore. I just was randomly like going only to the waypoints. Okay, there's clearly no desert flowers here, so let's just... I wouldn't even know where the desert flowers would be. I think I'll probably look online and see like a map or something. Probably none around here, I think. I thought those would be the cactuses that have the flowers on them, but they don't have them. Oh, and then you just switch to an animal character. Oh, there's enemies here. Oh, I guess I'll kill them then.
天道，
奥影看破。此刻，寂灭之时。
可恶，后会有期。
Oh, that got rid of those sands. Oh, they were hiding in the sand. Is that what it was? Okay.
要带上我吗？
Oh, so there's nothing. Do I have to light this? Nope, nothing happened. What about this? Nothing. Okay. Well then, whatever then. I'm just gonna look randomly at random spots and see if there's anything to get. I just want the cactus flower things. Oh, that could be it. Yes, that is one. Oh, it's so annoying because they're all spread out. Couldn't they put like a bunch of cactuses together? Oh, and if you burn a tumbleweed, you get like an achievement. I already did that earlier though. That's it? Like 2 in this area? Okay, let's just... I usually just go to the ones near, like, points. I know that there's some dendroculi here, but I don't see them and I don't want to search. I'm kind of being lazy here. Oh, there it is. Oh, there's a one here too. Oh, okay. I have not been tracking my dendroculi and or the dendro sigils either. I've just been doing whatever randomly casually, so I don't know which ones I got or which ones I didn't get yet, so whatever. If I see something, I'll get it.